Hey guys, it's Viewmasters Reactions, and we're back with Season 3, Episode 5 of The Legend of Vox Machina. Last we saw, we got shadows at the gate. I realized halfway through that episode who Xerxes was. I remember watching Calamity and being like, hey, Xerxes has the name of the guy from 300, but I've since heard the name Xerxes so many times. I understand it is in the realm of Critical Role where I should have immediately probably caught on to the name, but it was one of those things where I was just like not thinking about it being as it's Calamity. And I also probably watched that over 2 years ago at this point. I was just in a state of mind where I didn't think that I don't know, it just never clicked, even though we were in hell. Like, the whole thing made sense. Once I figured out who Xerxes was, the whole thing made sense. But until the moment of clarity, and you could see it in the reaction. If you watch the full reaction, I think I even edited it into the YouTube video. But if you see how I realized it, I'm like sitting there and I'm like, hey, floating city. Hey, team of people. Hey, the brass ring. And then I'm like, wait, there are too many things that are clicking right now. And then we were talking about hell, and I just couldn't believe that I missed the references. I mean, all we really had as a reference to go on at that point was Xerxes. They were like, we're going to Dis. Dis is like hell. And Xerxes is the guy we got to go for. I mean, I can't believe I said it during the episode after the fact and during the thing. I'm like, I am ashamed of myself because I pride myself on figuring out things like that. And it was like so in your face. It wasn't even like a secret. I feel like it was like something that was right in our face, supposed to be known. I was even thinking about Ren Fair. I was talking to Michael about the first 3 episodes, and I'm wondering if he was like, yeah, you saw Xerxes, right? Because even if he did, I would have been like, no, he didn't show up yet. It wouldn't even have clicked, like, unless he had specifically said it. And honestly, he didn't, because otherwise I wouldn't have had the reaction I did. So it ended up working out quite well, at least for a reaction value. But once I realized, I was like, oh my God, this is Xerxes. We had the whole tale of his child and his husband and the struggles and the calamity, and everything was destroyed, and it was 1,000 years ago. So long story short, even though I made it very long already, Pike basically tricked him. Not really even tricked him. Pike just did what he did to her. He put her, or she put him, because he put her into the position where she was like, I know the answer to this question. It's one of those things where it's like, I know the answer to the question, but will you admit it? And he didn't admit it. All he had to do was admit it. He knows. I mean, the part of the game that was the whole purpose was to just be honest, or you're going to lose cards. So he did not want to admit, and I get it, like it does make sense, but he did not want to admit that that he would rather have had his child and lover with him, husband with him, than to have them live outside of hell. He loses his cards. Pike picks the card. Now, mind you, Pike could have still been wrong, but at that point there were like 2 cards left, and she did the same thing he did, and we get the vestige. But then we leave, and he's like, yo, I put the seed of doubt in her head. All we need is her. Kill the rest of them. And I believe the name of his dude, or whatever the hell it was named Ick or something like that. I could have heard that wrong, but for some reason I feel like I heard Ick. And it was the guardian of the gate, the shadows at the gate. I mean, I guess that's what it was referring to, because that was the name of the title, and he was guarding. But he came out blasting lasers out of his head, murdering demons, and he then raged into the size of like Thordak and came after us. Now, I started thinking about it, and I was like, there's a good chance we go back to the Vex and Keyleth group, right? It was, no, Keyleth was with them. It was Vex and Percy with Alora. I think that was it. Was it just Vex, Percy, and Laura? Kima was with them. I have to assume Kima's still alive, but we never even touched on them. So I'm assuming that, I mean, this episode could either be a direct follow-up of what we just encountered, or it could be going back to Vex and company. So we're going to jump in. You guys let me know what you think. I'm going to throw these up on Patreon, obviously, first. I'm trying to edit everything up for YouTube, but I'm so far behind because of 3 weeks of being in and out of the hospital that I'm trying to decide what to edit up first. Like now I already edited up episode 4 because I wanted people to know I was up to date, but now I didn't do 2 and 3, and I want to do 5 and 6, and there's other shows that I haven't even edited yet. I haven't done any Tulsa King, any Heartstopper. But if you want your own requested show or movie, go to the description for the link for Patreon. You can ask me to watch whatever you want over on Patreon, and I will do so. That's how we have thousands of exclusives like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, My Hero Academia, Toriko, and Bleach. We just started Good Omens, Pushing Daisies, Tulsa King Season 2, all the other shows I just said, Jackie Chan movies. We started Ranma 1/2, the remake. So many shows, full unedited. Check it out. If not, Season 3, Episode 5.
Curious. The ice down there looks rather thin. We could use it to our advantage.
Never mind the ice. Do you see Kima? Footprints? Anything?
Well, not from this distance.
Then let's get closer.
She is free. That's my point. She is freezing to death. I don't think she's going to do anything irrational because she can't. He breathes on the ground and freezes everything within like 100 feet. Oh God, she's up against the thing.
Fuck this.
Oh, she definitely alerted him. Love it. You better shoot that dude. Oh my God, it's the ice. Is she on ice?
Kima! Over here!
I mean, if he blasts the ice, she'll fall through.
Damn it.
Oh God, it's reminding me of King Arthur. The movie King Arthur where they're on the ice and the dude like sledgehammers the ground and rocks everybody in it. Keep it interesting and fight back. I mean, she was fighting.
Head leveled.
Oh,
Nice bloody shot.
nice
I'll
shot
find
is
Kima.
right.
Meet me at the portal.
Your weapon is too goddamn loud!
I'm sorry, we can't all blast magic out of
Too
our
damn
bloody
loud.
fingers.
I don't think that matters right now. That is awesome. Look at that. What do you do? It's very Godzilla, but reverse.
Looks like he abandoned you.
Percy is somewhere nearby. He's gonna come up from underneath and shoot him through the
This
back.
hunt is far
Or
from
do that.
over.
I thought he was gonna like slide under him and shoot him up through the jaw, through the head. I mean, he was firing right into the top, and it wasn't really
let's get
penetrating
weird.
the skin. Let's get right in the eye. What is he gonna do? Oh, clever girl.
Hold it off as long as you can. Dog.
Mage hand punch to the face. Grog's gotta like use his gauntlets maybe.
Pike! Get out of there!
Is Pike absorbing it?
Wait! I think it's working!
Pike is absorbing all of that? That does not seem like... Is it blast back? Oh my God, I freaking love it. I was gonna say, it's like retaining the power and then shot it back, almost like Black Panther's outfit.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm like,
Help!
Big boy, chase us!
oh, the beam got through. Oh my God, tell me the beam hits Vorgel. It hits Vorgel. Oh my God, tell me he kills Vorgel. Did he just take out Vorgel? Are they gonna battle?
What is that thing?
They're gonna battle.
Think they're gonna fight or
Yeah.
fuck?
This couldn't have worked out any better. I didn't even think that was an option. No frigging way. He He just bit out his tongue and ripped it out, I'm pretty sure. Unless he just bit it off.
Throwing a demon at a dragon. Hell of a plan.
That is what we're known for.
Amazing.
Pike, your hair is...
Perimeter roll on. Having a day.
I like it. I like the look. I like the look. Blast.
Holy shit.
He laser blasted his chest open, and Vorgol is like
Everyone to
breathing
me
it out
now!
or something.
This show is amazing.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, 5 gold on the fire guy.
Oh, don't want to
Gold on the-
go.
Come on, get him, get him.
Oh, bring it to pain.
Oh my god, it ripped his arm off.
Did you see that?
I saw it, Scanlan.
Maybe we watch from back there.
Yeah, a little distance sounds good.
Ripped off his arm. Can he regenerate? And he's eating it. He did. Is he regenerate? Oh no, he's not. It's just bleeding arm. Amazing wrestling move.
Clear the fucking way!
You lose, Vorgol. God, a man.
Fatality.
Crushed his head, ice through his head, through his mouth, crushed his skull, bleeding everywhere.
Is it over?
Ripped his arm off.
Maybe he's too tired to fight.
Too tired to fight.
Why do you guys have to jinx us like that?
Yeah, you're right, sorry.
That it might be the best fight
Run.
in the whole
Attack.
series. Mythcarver through the belly, hammer strike into Mythcarver. Grog got his tail.
Will not be contained.
We gotta restrain him so we can lay into him.
I don't know, it is a dragon.
Keyleth and Vex flying in.
No, but do it anyway.
A special arrow to the heart. Literally to the heart. I thought it was going to be in the general direction. We're growing a tree out of his stomach from the heart. Coolest episode ever. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch it, but that was definitely
Hey,
an option.
careful what you chase. You might just catch it. Come here.
There is brains
Badass.
or eye matter all over her, dripping down. It just went into Laura's eyes.
I know. We're not together.
But that doesn't mean we have to stay apart.
Stop playing games, Vex. Jesus. I hate that kind of crap. I love them together, but I hate when people are like, we can't be together. But, you know, we could pretend, or like, you know, a little bit maybe. Like, you know you're in love, just stop it.
Or...
Scanlan's nightclub?
You mean like this?
Grog,
We got a
you're
door.
amazing.
We got us a door.
Okay, just pop in my magical key and...
That is amazing. Any door with the magical
Entree,
key.
Scanlan,
What is this?
what the fuck is that?
You saw how tiny Grog was compared to that dude. This thing would have to be like as big as this friggin' thing times 10 over here. I want one. I don't know what his name was, but he was Xerxes' doorman. I think his name was Ick, but I don't even know if I heard that for sure, and I heard it like 2 episodes ago. That was insane. He comes through the gate that is opened. I thought we were going to seal it before he came through. I thought maybe the blast of the laser from his horns was going to accidentally hit Vorgol when he was coming after us. Instead, he comes through and they literally have like the most epic wrestling match you've ever seen. He even did like a jumping kick move where he then grabbed Vorgol's head and did like a slam, like a pile driver. insanity. I thought Vorgel was actually going to lose because prior to that, we were doing a decent job. Like, Kima ends up being alive. We see the flashback in the beginning. It explained how Allura and her fell in love. But I was thinking, best case scenario, maybe the blast hits Vorgel, injures him, or possibly cuts him in half or something like that. We had shot the ice out. Percy shot the ice. Vorgel fell through. I thought he was going to be out for a little bit. I didn't think he was done because that would just be too good to be true and way too easy, especially based on the fact that Allura and Kima were like teeing off on him. But I was like, all right, that'll buy us some time. We could open the door. We could reunite with our friends. It did not go in the direction I saw, and it was so much better direction that it did go in. We have the demon guy come through. Vorgel was still way bigger than him, but this demon was going to town. At one point, I was like, I don't know. He opened up Vorgel's mouth, bit his tongue out, ripped, like, I was like, he is doing work. But then Vorgel ripped his arm off, chewed on it. The dude is bleeding out. And then he shot what looked like, I couldn't, it was happening so quick, but it looked like Vorgel blasted ice through the back of his head, through his mouth, and then stomped his head and crushed his whole freaking, well, head at that point. He just crushed his head, covered in blood. And then Kima is like, don't worry, I got this. After you just saw a gigantic, like 200-foot demon get his ass handed to him, I can't believe you had the guts to do what she did, but she comes riding in, or not even riding in. She grabs Mythcarver and the hammer, slides down the snowy mountain, and hammers Mythcarver into Vorgel's chest, and then everyone just starts going off. We see everybody, like, doing their thing. Keyleth and Vex fire an arrow. I was like, they're going to fire it right through the Mythcarver wound into the heart. It actually went right to the heart, and then Keyleth's tree wrapped around it, crushed the heart, threw out of Vorgel's body, and Kima runs in and shatters his eye. Insane. Great, like 10-minute long battle. Amazing. Love it. I mean, now, I was going to say, like, I don't know where we'll go from here, but after all that, I know exactly where we're going from here. We're going to Scanlan's nightclub. Last thing to talk about, Thordak immediately is like, all right, Vorgel's dead. He has now lost Umbrasyl and Vorgel, and Raishan is apparently on our side. So he is like, all right, I got to rely on my baby dragons. They all start hatching, and he's like, we got to get our first meal in them. I guess once you have your first meal, you grow. And Ripley comes in and is like, I got the perfect place for that. So Ripley and Thordak, we're going to Scanlan's nightclub. We only have to worry about technically Thordak, but now Ripley, who is with the possessed. Well, Ripley is possessed. She's not with the possessed. She is straight up possessed by the same entity that had control over Percy in season 2. I guess we got rid of it in 2. Let's jump into the next one. You want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is the link for Patreon, where you'll see all of these in full as far as humanly possible. You want your own requested show or movie, that's where you go to ask me to watch whatever you want at a certain tier level. That's how we get thousands of exclusives like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Perks of Interest, My Hero Academia, Toriko and Bleach, Eureka, Winona Earp, and The Shield. We just started pushing daisies, Good Omens, Tulsa King Season 2 is going on, Heartstopper Season 3, Ranma 1/2, the remake, so many shows full unedited. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.